I can do short videos and document my day and share my journey. And I started doing it. And the first people I met, and it was all thanks to the internet, was residential real estate agents that were doing that similar thing, what Gary Vee said, get on Snapchat.
It's more so to offset the cost here so that we can create more of it and really kind of amplify it.
Just getting over that hurdle of posting, and the easiest way I found it to be done is to talk about good, positive news in your market.
Forget chasing single-family rentals. Let's build commercial portfolios. Collect the best insights and information from commercial real estate experts and industry heavyweights on this episode of the Rent Stew podcast.
Live from CREI Summit in Palm Desert, California, 2025. This is the Rent Stew podcast. I'm your host, Christian Cotta with Hungry Investments. If you are looking to learn about commercial real estate, you want insights, tips, tricks, how to get started, how to advance in your career, you just love real estate like we do, you're in the right spot, because I'm bringing you the brightest and the best minds in the commercial real estate industry, those people that you need to follow, those people that you need to connect with, network with, who can help you get to where you want to go in this industry. And I'm joined today by Robert Bucky Beeman.
Yes, sir.
Bucky, I almost called you Robert. I'm just learning about you here at this event, and
nice to meet you last night.
Yes, no, we had a blast. We had dinner last night, and you're like dominating smaller, and we said this like last night, not small town USA, but smaller. Like when you think of like I'm in Phoenix,
right? I think the big companies call them mid-sized markets.
Mid-sized markets.
We're in a mid-sized market in Rochester, Minnesota.
Yep.
Population approximately 130,000. We are well known for Mayo Clinic, the largest
and you're dominating
in the state. I appreciate that. Our firm has grown year over year, and as a result of the growth, we in turn are dominating, as I would say.
Yes.
But it's been a grind and it's been a journey, and I'm so happy to, come to a conference like this and just learn from others to help get me re-energized to keep going out and learning from, the best minds here in the market.
Yeah, and you, we were talking last night. I mean, you're in Rochester, Minnesota, and you, like, literally, what is it? Was it a 10-mile, 20-mile radius?
You can get everywhere in 15 minutes if you need to.
Like,
right.
Instead of we're driving an hour just to get to the west side of the valley, and then like another couple hours to look at everything.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, we want to go tour all of our properties. We're gonna get in the car. We're gonna go grab lunch and go make sure everything's
We can get
good.
it done in a day, no problem. That's not even a question.
Yeah, and now you're getting ready to working on some expansion plans.
Absolutely.
And adding a second market.
Absolutely.
And how we were talking. How did you get started?
So for me, it was meeting somebody in the business that was in sales, and they were doing it part-time as their full-time job was related to the medical field, being from Mayo Clinic land. And he really empowered me to just pursue this industry because he saw that my drive was for sales. I met him by selling him lawn care services and fertilization services for his commercial buildings. And he said, if you get a lead, you can go ahead and pass it to me, and I'll bring you along on the ride. And I'll never forget, it was a garage door company that I was meeting them at probably a networking event, and they said, we're looking for commercial real estate. And I go, I know a guy. Connected them. Next thing you know, we're riding along looking at warehouses. I still remember the buildings we looked at back in 2009. And it really just showed me a light of helping small business owners that empowered me to want to do that more. And eventually I sold my lawn care company and went headfirst into commercial real estate.
And you've been doing this for like 15 years?
I lose count, but since 2009, I got licensed. I remember getting my test completed, and I walk out, and the lady goes, congratulations, you're the youngest youngest real estate agent, because it's not commercial or residential, in the state of Minnesota. And I was 19 years old, and I was like,
cool. Sweet. All right, let's go.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, I'm a real estate agent.
Yeah, and I was telling Bucky, we're doing all these interviews over a short period of time. And there's like common themes start to come out, and really, like, to me, one thing that's emerging is there is, just like we always say, there's no deal that's ever the same. There is no path really to get to where you want to get to that's identical. So like, as you listen to the stories of everyone that's on here that is a part of this podcast, you pick and choose and hear things that resonate with you, and you can almost like choose your own adventure.
Absolutely.
You know?
And something I take a lot of pride in is with our team, helping people that have interest in the industry, but they have no family
You have to have
in the
a passion.
industry, and they just want to learn about something new, and trying to help them get to a point where they can make a living and provide to their family in a industry, as Bob Knackle would say, is the best industry in the entire world, commercial real estate. And for me, it's the commercial real estate world connecting it to the small business world, because those are truly the people we help empower by finding space and helping them go on their journey to become successful in their own right.
When you coming from not a real estate family and having somebody that helped you, you kind of see that in other people that you have conversations with.
Entrepreneurial spirit, man.
Yeah, you
That's
want
exactly
somebody
what
that
it
has the drive. You don't want to invest your time in someone that isn't driven, that just sees dollar signs. You want somebody that, like, hey, yes, they want to have the opportunity to make really good money, but they want to do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
This video is sponsored by SiteCRE.com, the smart site submittal platform for tenants, landlords, and developers. Site streamlines the entire site submittal process, from custom AI-powered submission portals to a tenant-seeking site marketplace that makes expansion fast, efficient, and targeted. At Hungry Investments, we use sites to validate sites we already control, target locations for specific tenants, and even identify tenants actively looking in trade areas where we're doing our due diligence. It's become an invaluable tool for our growth, and it can do the same for you. Check out sitescre.com, where smart growth starts.
And I will say, like, there's obviously the money side of the equation always. You know, no money, no mission. What I've found the most joy in is helping people along their journey to get them on the right path for their success, whatever that might look like. And there's no better place to do that than connecting a small business with a space where they can long-term be successful, selling whatever product or service they have to where they fulfill their dreams, right? And it's like, man, that's why I love commercial real estate, honestly.
That's a perfect segue, because I know you love commercial real estate, but you love small business.
Yeah.
You're small town, you love helping the small business.
Yeah.
And you're doing something that is super cool. We're here at the CREI Summit, which is about social media and technology and, you know, kind of all the marketing aspects and how to build your business and build your brand and do all that. And this guy is doing something that is so clever. And I mean, I followed big Gary Vee fan,
Gary Vee, man.
read all the books,
Yep.
you know, remember like why I'm doing this is the whole video aspect was really being pushed by Gary Vee early on. You jumped on Snapchat.
Yeah, so that was the era when Gary said you got to get on if you're a business owner, because if you do, opportunities will come. And he brought up the example of DJ Khaled was getting brand opportunities. If you remember, during this time, he's riding on a jet ski. He's got the young kid. He interviews.
Keys to life.
The young kid, he's like, how's business? And the guy goes, booming, right? And it just brought out that creative side of my brain that I had in me, but unfortunately, I kind of lost that going through the business journey. And when I got on Snapchat, I was like, I can do short videos and document my day and share my journey. And I started doing it. And the first people I met, and it was all thanks to the internet, was residential real estate agents that were doing that similar thing, what Gary Vee said, get on Snapchat. And that eventually led me to this thing now called the Thursday Market Update, which basically is...
Which is incredible.
Thank you. It's not anything that's new.
No.
There's been business news in your community for years. It's been commonly told by the journalist that's writing it in the paper, or maybe they have a business magazine, depending on the market, or maybe they're doing a segment on the news. And I took that and said, I can do that on my Snapchat. And still to this day, it's been however many years we do the Thursday Market Update. It's been evolving into more professional video combined with the handy cam, just running around with my iPhone. Justin on my team is doing it today on his account. You can follow him at JustinCollopy, and he shares.
We'll make sure we put this in the description.
Thank you. Yeah. So Justin is doing it today because I'm out of town, obviously. And it's just continually evolved to become the place in our market to learn about business news, from new signs to closed businesses to new businesses. And it's continually evolving, which I'm happy to go down that rabbit hole of how, but it became a thing. Thanks be to Gary Vee saying, be the media company, comma, do whatever else you do.
We need to at Gary Vee so he can see this and know.
Man, and he knows it, but it's stuff like this where it's just like.
But it's got to make him feel good too.
His advice has helped so many business owners, and that advice put me down this path of creating a brand.
Does he say doing the right thing is always the right thing to do?
Yeah. And he says document over create.
Be kind.
Yes, be kind. Yep. So it led me down this journey, and I've been doing it ever since, of documenting my Thursdays, and my team's doing it now, and it's been a journey.
So is that the documentation that you do, the Thursday thing, how does that evolve into like the website stuff that you have?
So the evolution of it was on my phone on Snapchat, and then during this time, Instagram stories came out, Facebook stories came out. If you remember, for a period of time, LinkedIn had stories, but it was clunky. That's probably why they cut it out. Musically, which turned into TikTok. So I repurposed my Snapchat story for all those platforms. And then there's different followers, and to this day, there's different followers on each platform.
Different habits.
And I'm sharing about business news. And then from there, I recognized that I needed to incorporate some professional edits. So I was fortunate to hire a young man named Nathan Hoover, who's now with us full time. And he took long form videos of interviews with businesses, edited it into a format that I could upload to my story. And then from that, it made the production quality even better. And now where we're at is the local news, ABC affiliate reached out.
This is where it gets really cool.
They reached out and said, hey, we've been seeing, it was one of their employees said, we've been seeing all the business news you've been putting out over the years. Would you be open to coming on the news with us and sharing about these businesses?
You're creating so much content that the news channel is reaching out to you because they're like, we need more content.
Right. Yep. And positive content.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing I would say is like ours is, it's mainly about businesses opening, and that's what we shared. And so
it's like happy-go-lucky instead of like, it doesn't have to be negative stuff that you always see the shock value.
Right. And so every Wednesday, 6:45 in the morning, you can find this link and see it live. We also have a website on ABC6's website, thanks be to them, that we do 3 minutes. We, in those 3 minutes, usually talk about 3 businesses, and it's the very condensed version of the long form that they pull out. We sit there with a co-host, and they ask us questions about the business, and again, helping my team be on the news as well. Yesterday, I wasn't there. Leanne, it was her first time stepping up to the plate. I don't. She plays it cool. She's a cool cat, so she played it cool, and I watched it, and she did an excellent job. She just has a super fun personality.
That's good.
And it's helping them too, and it's just it keeps evolving. And now with AI, so we're taking the transcription of the video and we're transcribing it into articles. We are disclosing on the articles this has been made with the help of AI. It just feels right. And then we're uploading
transparency.
Yeah, right. And we're uploading it to a website called MarketUpdate.biz, which becomes a non-paid wall blocked website for, and you could call it a blog, where it has that business news as well.
It's like becomes the local news on what all the businesses are doing, and then Bucky becomes the one that's essentially helping put the businesses out there. So when they want commercial real estate
100%.
Or they need help with business, what do?
Hey, our business is growing year over year, so they're reaching out to us.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then the cool thing is we were talking about you're expanding to another market, and you already have the whole footprint and the blueprint for how you get into the new market and get to know all the business owners.
Right. That would be the way we will do it, is going in as let's share some good business news and start doing what we've done in Rochester.
It's like networking, but you have a whole entire plan. Exactly. I need
the rhythm's down.
You need to go meet with these owners anyways.
Right.
And so you've got everything that's over here that you've done in Rochester.
Yeah.
And you're just going to essentially cut and paste.
Right. And bring probably evolve into new media team members, but bring a media team mentality to entering a market versus the mentality of we're setting up a commercial real estate firm. We need agents. We need cold callers
and all.
Right. Exactly. And it's like you're
providing value to the businesses instead of just putting mailers and spending money and hey, contact us for your commercial real estate needs. No. Hey, we want to get to know you and your business.
Right. What are you looking for? And what's led to your growth, and how, just keep us in mind. We don't oversell. We're here if you ever want to talk to us, and you get those clients where it's we just seem to jive and you want to help them even more. So, it's been a fun path, and content and the internet is what I would give major credit to our growth and my personal growth, just leaning into it when no one else was, and continually doing that, continually evolving.
How do you see like the technology and the social media? We talk about continually evolving. Like, how do you see it? How do you see it in the brokerage world playing a part in continuing to do this? Find more business, and where are the areas that you want to dive into deeper? Things that you guys haven't done. Right. That you're like, man, I really want to try and start incorporating that further. This video is brought to you by SiteCRE.com, the smart site submittal platform for tenants, landlords, and developers. From AI-powered site submission portals to a tenant-seeking site marketplace, Sites makes expansion fast, efficient, and targeted. Check them out at SiteCRE.com. That's SYTESCRE.com, and level up your site selection game.
Yeah, I think for me, it's trying to find ways to be more automated and make things simpler.
Gotcha.
Because ultimately that will lead to us having the creative space to be more creative.
Figuring out where your repetitive things are and building some systems or funnels or whatever.
Correct, right. Because there's some things that as you learn how to do it, you just don't need to keep doing it. And you can delegate that, whether that be to the machine, given AI, or that be to other teams or whatever. So I do look forward to that. And then again, I think it will free up our creative brains to be able to do better content and more content. I think the other thing that I'm super interested in is the media landscape is ever changing.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it. Whether you get your news from TikTok or you get your news from Facebook or wherever it's coming from. And these media companies are trying to figure out just as much as we are.
Because they're losing market share.
Right, because it's getting fragmented and so forth. And so I do think there's a huge amount of opportunity, this brand that's separate from Realty Growth. It's the Market Update. MarketUpdate.biz is the website.
Advertising opportunities.
Correct.
And all that.
Correct. Sponsored stories, doing it in a tasteful way, because nothing is more of a pet peeve than mine when you hit that paywall and you're like, I just wanted to read the story.
Well, and from our standpoint too, and I think, I'll share it. It's not like I'm having, again, these multiple conversations that I think when you talk about CREI, commercial real estate influence, the influencer space in our industry is so much different, in my opinion, and what I'm seeing and learning even more than what I would say it is in like residential or other industries. Like we were talking, we're not looking at anything here in the sense of trying to, put out a course or, create anything that way. Really, like when I look at some of this stuff you're talking about, sponsorships, things like that, it's more so to offset the cost here so that we can create more of it and really kind of amplify it, right? Mm-hmm. The biggest thing that I'm seeing amongst all of us in the conversations is that what I love about everything we're doing here is that it will help you find and fund your deals. And then I'm going to say this again, find fun people to do deals with.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that our industry has the opportunity to really benefit from social media in ways that lead to economic development and lead to the change of communities and lead to the empowerment of businesses, unlike any others, because of how much commercial real estate industry affects the world we live in. And I don't think it gets talked about enough, but it makes up so much of the square footage and so much of the fun spaces and so much of the places you like to talk about. And if we can help people understand that, using social media and the internet, it's just going to make our communities that we call home, are the ones we visit, even cooler.
Yeah.
So ones we love to go to.
What would you like? Obviously, you're on Snapchat and stuff. Somebody young broker, and I really like this too because there's 250 million people in the U.S. Right, so not everybody is in a big city. The majority of people are in smaller, mid-tier, whatever rural markets. It's not always
not
all
metro.
About, it's not always all about the metro. So I'm glad that you're giving that perspective here. Where do you think, what would you suggest or recommend to somebody that's like, hey, I want to get into commercial real estate when it comes to social media and technology? What would your recommendation be to get started?
So I think, as we all know, social media and creating videos and all that is intimidating.
You said video, so
yep,
definitely.
I mean, videos is for sure because that's where I have seen the most success.
I would agree with you.
Yeah,
I think
it can be multi-purpose so easy. It can be, we talked about
some people just aren't comfortable, but if
you
can, try it.
Yes, and we talked about
it. Gets easier.
We talked about it in this group that Eddie and I talking to, is like the waterfall effect of you can take a video and do so many things with it and cross-platform it and so forth. But back to the question, I think what I would say is just getting over that hurdle of posting, and the easiest way I found it to be done is to talk about good, positive news in your market. And that could be good, positive news of you getting something done yourself. It could be complimenting what somebody else has done. It could be just seeing a sign change and just talking about it. It caught your attention. And that in turn leads to you getting on that bike, pedaling it to the point where it's like, I can take off the training wheels. I can talk about something else. I am not one that feels uber confident in talking about how you can make 6 figures in a matter of 3 years in commercial real estate. And I think I could talk about it, but it doesn't come naturally to me.
Yeah, well, you're not trying to be that guy.
Right. And that's not saying it's wrong. It certainly can lead to business. I'm much more natural in talking about the great things going on, what people are doing in our community. And I think that's an easy thing for anybody to talk to. And if you can do it in video, all the better. If you can write a blog about it, if you can tweet about it, if you can do a LinkedIn post article
or find somebody and partner up with them that's good in these different things.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's what I would lean into. And I would, again, take age out of it. If you're at anywhere in your content journey at any age, like that's an easy thing to talk about. Start doing it.
Where would you like people to come find you? Because you got such a cool story.
Yeah, for sure.
And we just met yesterday.
For sure.
And, had the pleasure of, eating teppanyaki last night and basically camping.
Yeah. I'm on every platform. So I would say if you want to get to know me the most, it's probably Snapchat, because I'll be documenting random posts throughout my day on Snapchat.
Yeah, send them messages. It's crazy because I'm not a Snapchat person. I was like, really? Snapchat works for commercial real estate? And he showed me literally people like, oh, so cool, all that stuff.
People are like, what's opening there? Have you heard about this? I saw you posted about a property. Are you interested?
You details on
yes,
insider info.
Yes, sending us the tips.
Like, hey, did you know I was at a barbecue and somebody told? Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So that's where you get to know me the most. And then I post quite a bit on Instagram, so it's just my name, Bucky Beeman. And then I would say, if you're interested in how our business is growing, really go follow our firm, RGI Group, on Instagram. We also have a YouTube that's growing, and you see all the personalities.
Can they find the Market Update website off of that, or is that a separate update?
Yeah, so we try to.
I just if anyone's curious, hey,
how's it built?
He's doing a really good job of it,
For sure. So Market Update, we have a Instagram, MarketUpdate.biz, and then the website, MarketUpdate.biz, and then we are posting our videos on YouTube as well. So we're hitting many platforms.
Yeah, I love it. And then if anybody ever wanted, if they're out in your market or somebody that has
land in Minnesota, let me know.
Or Wisconsin or what, and
absolutely.
nobody, and they're like, I don't know who Bucky Beeman is, and they're like, hey, I like the way this guy thinks.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to invest with him. Is there anywhere they can, connect with you for any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I would start with social media. That's
hit them up on
living.
Hit them up on the Snapchat.
Or Instagram, or add me on.
Facebook, on Instagram too. And you can always come to Hungry and go check through who we follow, because we're connected with Bucky. So Bucky, I appreciate you joining me, buddy, for sure. Make sure I'm going to put all this stuff. You'll find everywhere you can find Bucky in the description down below. And do yourself a favor. This guy is super creative. He's, head's on a swivel. He's looking at how to be, agile in this business that requires it. I appreciate you guys. I do. Every single one of you that's listening or watching this, for, giving us your time. But let's make sure that we get all the business stuff out of the way. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel here on YouTube. Smash that bell. Give us a like. Anywhere else on social media, Hungry Investments, make sure you're connected with us there, because obviously we put different stuff in different places. And I'm going to introduce you to everybody that I get the opportunity to come in contact with, that I think is somebody that you should know. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching this episode. As always, you know what time it is. Rent's due, baby. and stay hungry, my friends. If you made it this far through and you landed here, it means you're serious about making money in commercial real estate. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already following for more great commercial real estate, and check out this video or this video. As always, stay hungry, my friends.